Good morning, students.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Sit down. So, as you know that we are using variety of chemical substances in our daily life. Can you name some of them?
Water.
Water is the simplest one. What is the chemical formula?
H2O.
Some other substances that you know from your daily life?
Salt.
Salt. Chemical formula?
NaCl2.
It's not NaCl2. It is NaCl. Sodium chloride.
Ma'am, it's very difficult to memorize these elements.
Ma'am, even it's very confusing to distinguish between Na2CO3 and CaCO3.
You don't understand how these chemical formula are formed actually. Today we will do one activity so that you can understand how these compounds are formed and what is the correct chemical formula of many substances which we are using in our daily life. So let us start with this activity. As you can see, few cards are lying here and each card is representing one element, and I have written the name and the symbols of the elements. As you can see, H for hydrogen, sodium Na, potassium K, etc. And what is specific in this game is that each card has a specific number of arms. For example, few cards you can see have one arm, these cards have two arms, these cards have three arms, this carbon has four arms. These arms actually represent the valency of elements. Valency, you know na, this is the combining capacity of an element, means the number of chemical bonds which an element can form during combination with other elements. So that represents the valency of each element. So in this way, these arms represent valency, and to start joining these cards to obtain chemical formula. So I have taken two cards here having one arm each, and as you can see, these arms are in different manner. Potassium has arm like this, which represents the electron losing tendency of potassium, and chlorine has arm in this manner that during combination it gains the electron lost by potassium. So this is how the two different types of arms are shown by these cards, and you can prepare variety of compounds by satisfying these arms, or you can say satisfying the valencies of elements. You can prepare variety of formula. So this is potassium chloride, formula is KCl. Now we can prepare the formula of water by using these cards of oxygen and hydrogen. As oxygen has two arms and hydrogen has one arm, so you can join oxygen and hydrogen atoms in this manner to form the formula of water as H2O, as two cards of hydrogen are combining with one card of oxygen. Now suppose if we remove this card of hydrogen, we get a species having one arm free, and this is known as hydroxide ion. Now suppose if we add one card of potassium to this hydroxide ion, we obtain formula of potassium hydroxide, and if we replace this potassium with sodium atom, then we find the formula of sodium hydroxide, which is NaOH. Now suppose if we want to make formula of hydroxide of calcium or magnesium, which have two arms, so we need to add one more hydroxide ion to this in this manner, and here we can have the formula of calcium hydroxide as CaOH twice, as twice OH ions are used here. Okay. So various combinations are possible, like formula of magnesium oxide we can obtain like this, aluminium nitride having both cards of three arms, we can join them in this manner, and a card having three arms when combines with another card having one arm. So in this way we can join them in order to get formula of aluminium chloride as AlCl3, as three cards of chlorine are used here. Yes, Malvika, what are you doing?
Then I have prepared the formula of
aluminium oxide, where aluminium has 3 arms and oxygen has 2 arms. So to satisfy the property of aluminium oxide, we have taken 2 cards of aluminium and 3 cards of oxygen. When we combine these, it forms aluminium oxide.
Very good. Can you write the formula?
Yes, ma'am. It is Al2O3.
Do you know how aluminium oxide is naturally found?
Ma'am, it is found in precious gems such as ruby and sapphires.
Yes, very good. And
Ma'am, I have also made a formula where carbon has valency 4 and oxygen has valency 2. Carbon has 4 arms that can combine 2 oxygen atoms and form CO2. It is the most common gas present in the air.
yes, very good. So, can you write the formula of carbon dioxide?
Yes, ma'am. It is CO2.
Yes. So yes, Mehak, what you are doing?
Ma'am, as we know that carbon has valency 4, so we can combine it with 3 oxygen atoms to form carbonate ion. But still, these 2 cards have their valencies left. So we can combine it with calcium that has valency 2 to form calcium carbonate ion.
Very good. Can you write its formula?
Yes, ma'am.
It is written as CaCO3. Very good. Do you know in what form calcium carbonate is available in our daily life?
Ma'am, it's in the form of limestone, and even the marble on the floor is made up of limestone, CaCO3.
Yes, very good. So calcium carbonate is readily available in the form of limestones. Variety of limestones you can see around. Yes, Lavanya, which formula you have formed?
This is CO3 carbonate ion, and if we join 2 sodium ions in this, it forms sodium carbonate.
Can you write the formula of sodium carbonate?
Yes, ma'am. As we have used 2 cards of sodium ion, we will write Na2, and this is the carbonate ion, so we will write CO3. So the formula becomes Na2CO3.
Very good.
And if we take one hydrogen card, hydrogen ion, one hydrogen ion, then this will become NaHCO3, which is sodium hydrogen carbonate. We will write it as NaHCO3. This is commonly known as baking soda.
And you know baking soda is used in our kitchen also?
Yes, ma'am. It is used in making many cakes and
Idlis, breads, also all these items in which fluffiness is required, where baking soda is added. Good, Lavanya. Bhumi, do you understand now why sodium chloride is NaCl, not NaCl2?
yes, ma'am, I have understood that sodium can combine with only one ion of chloride, and it forms sodium chloride, and it is commonly used in our kitchen as a common salt.
Very good.
I made it really easy to learn these chemical formulas.
Yeah, it's very easy.
It's very easy to